have done me well. You have done me well, Jesus. You have done me well. You have done me well. You have done me well, Jesus.
All our daddies, mummies, aunties in the house, uncles, all protocol observed. Now, some questions had been populated before now. I'm not sure if there are newer questions at the moment, but before the newer questions are populated, if I'm permitted, I want to start with the ones I already have with me, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine, ma'am. That's fine.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma. The first question that's been sent, I'll read the questions and highlight the answers to them. And I know that Reverend Bakari will take few notes if there's anything he wants to add or any other anointed man of God in there, woman of God. So the first question, because we're covering recognizing the voice of God in your family in the midst of many noises. And the first question says, my husband recently discovered through a DNA test that a child he raised and supported for 16 years is not biologically his. The child's mother has admitted knowing the truth over the years. The man is now deeply hurt and struggling emotionally. How can the gentleman be supported through this painful experience? And how can the family heal as a unit? And I'm sure that you all are hearing it and thinking, oh my God. First and foremost, as we have heard from the presentation from Reverend Bakari, being truthful, being trusting, being empathetic in every relationship is important. So to have kept the news of the paternity of a child for 16 years for the man is a lot. So here, the noise there are numerous. Noise of doubt, noise of failure, noise of disappointment, noise of lack of trust. Even the 16-year-old now realizing that over the last 16 years, whoever she or he thought was his father is not. So that entire family, so this is not just for the gentleman who knew that the child he raised is not his. So the fear now is, how do they move forward? Other sources of noise are what the people will say. What will family say? What will colleagues say? What will family members say? What will friends and well-wishers around them say? Those are all the noises. And also the wife or the lady who had kept this must have kept it because she was hoping that the truth will not be out. So the person who believes he's a father and who's not, the trust, the identity he had built over the years, the things he can no longer change. And then we expect him, you and I hearing it will say, it's not the fault of the child now, he should just forgive. Men must stay strong. Those are some of the noises as well. Men don't show weakness. He has to be a man and overcome it. Oh, if I don't, what would the people say? How have I wasted 16 years of my life? Those are some of the noises around this situation. But when it comes to the voice of God, is the truth about the situation, the dignity of being the father, the realization of being a father does not have to be a biological assignment, emotional honesty in the relationship, protection, because at the end of this, it's not the fault of the 16-year-old, wisdom, and intentional work towards healing. How can they go through this together? First, the wife needs to understand that he's wronged the man, he's wronged the child. So accepting that I have wronged, be ready to make amends, allowing the time for the man and the child to heal, not expecting them to say, I wronged you, I've apologized now, I didn't know. that will not cut it. So there has to be counseling for them as a family, including the 16-year-old child. They might attend the counseling as a unit. They might attend it as individual. They might attend it as a couple. It's got to be that they need help as a household, because the child will feel betrayed, the man will feel betrayed, even the other children in the house. There's possibility that they now want to go and do DNA for all of them. Maybe one of them is not looking like the father, is looking like an uncle. So there is a lot in there. But to heal as a family, we need God's support. This family needs our prayer. This family needs the minister in the house, wherever they worship, to be part of this. And they really need counseling. And what I don't want us to get wrong is counseling is not like paracetamol. I've got headache. I've taken a couple of paracetamol. Now I'm feeling better. No, there has to be work, intentional work for the wife, the man, the child to really want to take on board effect of the counseling, because counselors don't remove the problem. They empower you to rethink ways that you can address the issue together. And I tell you truly, if they allow God in and they come together as a family to face this, noise will scream a lot, but God's voice will protect them, protect their dignity, enhance the trust and emotional safety for them as a family. It is not too late for them to seek help and trust God as they seek help. Question 2. How can you bring your partner to go for counseling?
Sorry, Sister Amy, just a comment on that. In a situation where, because I got a message here that in a situation where the man is with, where the child is with the mother in another country, and the man is living in a different place, the reality is that what is most important is the man at this moment, and the child that is in fact everyone is important, since the way you've said it, they all need counseling. But it appears this person is asking the question from the perspective of the man. And if that is the case, I just want to emphasize what you said earlier.
Yes,
there's need for that person to go to therapy and explore. I was in a conference recently and I said, most of the things we talk about in marriage seminar are ideal. Husband, love your wife. But there are some wives that the husband love and the wife is not submitting. That is when they need to go for therapy. In a situation, this person has wronged the other person. He has made them to believe that they have a child. He has made them to spend a lot of money. And like you rightly said earlier, that person is counseling to stop being deceitful. But the man who has been broken also needs counseling to explore how to start afresh. And the child too, the innocent child who had already believed this is my dad, only to realize the fact that it's a different person. Maybe they don't even know who that person is now, and they don't know where he is. So the child is in a very serious situation. And these are some of the things that when people come to therapy, we deal with. Not the ideal things now, but the things are happening outside the ideal things. So if there's any other thought, we can add that later because of time. Thanks, ma.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you. So the second question was saying, how can I bring partner to counseling, especially if that person does not believe in such and does not see any reason for it at all? Now, when we talk about noise and there are issues in relationship, and you have constantly done the same thing repetitively, and there is no change, now you and I will be deceiving ourselves if we continue to do the same thing and not getting a different result. So for this person, whatever the issues are, they both need to sit down and explore. What are you doing wrong? What am I doing right? What could I improve on? What can't I improve on? If doing it together has not worked, They've sought the support of their spiritual head, and it has not worked. It's not a crime to seek counseling, but seeking counseling is not something you push somebody to. That person must be open to it, because the truth is, when you go to counseling, it's you attending counseling that has work to do. The counselor does not come and say, okay, oh, this is the son. Ah, don't worry. Stay still, remove it, and then you go free. No. You have work, constant work, desire to be better, desire to do your part, desire to look inwards and see things you need to change and abide as you go on. So counseling is not something we can drag somebody to. We have to explore every chance. And the truth of the matter is there's a lot of noise around counseling. It's for the mentally unhealthy people. But there are a lot of us from our upbringing. There are baggages we carry that our parents had deposited in us, from the baggage they carry from their parents. And all of us raised in Nigeria or in African country are now in a developed world struggling. So if we need counseling, it's not a bad thing to seek counseling. But counseling, you cannot force somebody to seek counsel. There has to be a mutual understanding, a goal set before you start to seek counsel. And there is constant work. Nagging, forcing will not help. That's the suggestion I have there, is that it takes mutual trust, it takes mutual understanding, and God supports counseling, because you're seeking help to improve for family unity. So it cannot be a wrong thing. And voice of God is usually gentle. It nudges us towards humility and growth. And sometimes pride is noise that repels us from seeking help when we really need it. Third question. This person says, is it good to hide money from a spouse who spends recklessly? Now, when we look at noise, in this day and age, there is financial stress everywhere. You get to the petrol station, there's a lot to bring out of your pocket to pay for petrol. You get to the food shop, the VAT you pay on food. So there is a lot of issues causing financial fear, causing financial instability, causing mistrust, causing survival instinct that's making everybody be extra careful. But before somebody can start hiding money, there are underground issues that need to be explored. What is the unit of the family's value regarding finances? Are you using the same purse? Do you have individual purses and you're putting money together for a family maintenance? So what operates within the family will determine how you approach this reckless spending. But if it's only one spouse that's bringing the money, the other is just spending, it will cause friction. It will definitely cause friction. Yoruba will say that the fowl that pushes the egg out, the bomb hurts. So that fowl that's pushing the eggs that we are eating all the time, the fowl's bomb hurt. So when you are in a family union and only one person is doing it, physically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, financially draining, then it will affect every other area of the relationship. So my suggestion will be stewardship with wisdom when it comes to financial matters. But if you know that your spouse is reckless, I will hide my money if my spouse is reckless. So I cannot be doing 37.5 hour shift, regular shift, and then I'm doing 25.5 hours overtime, and then my spouse is using the money to do ogogoro. My spouse is using the money to go and do tete. I don't know what they call tete in English. I will not put the money where the man will see.
Lotto.
Thank you.
Gambling.
Using the money to do lotto. If we have talked about it for years, it has not worked. We sought counsel, it has not worked. Reverend Bakari will tell me off later. I will hide some of my money. I will not put all the money where the person will see, because at the end of the day, if there's no roof over our head, no shelter, no clothing, children's needs are not met, it can cause mental problem for all of us as a family. So it's important that we allow wisdom and set financial boundaries, but it's not something that we achieve overnight. It starts from our upbringing. So when we see all these gaps in our relationship now, we need to start being a role model for our own children so that our own failures are not imparting the future of our children. God's voice leads us to stewardship and order, but noise will be based on fear and secrecy. But I pray that this couple can seek counseling when it comes to financial matters and look inwards to find the root of this problem.
If I can just chip in one or two things.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know, I said earlier that sometimes when we have gatherings like this, that is what we should be doing anyway. Most of our emphasis relate to the ideal things. Trust me, when a man and a woman are in agreement and they are supporting each other, they will be successful. Even with little amount of money.
Yes.
They will achieve more. Ideally, the table in front of me here, if it is very heavy, I can't lift it alone. If I bring my wife to it, we can lift it up easily.
Yeah.
Ideally, and I repeat, ideally, both of them will go far and be more successful if they pool their resources together. Realistically, when you begin to notice challenges, this is where you need help. If two of you could not find a way out, you need counseling or a financial expert to support you, and it requires humility.
Yes.
I will echo what our sister said earlier. I may not be as blunt as she has said it. Before it gets to that point, because the devil is so crafty and cunning. One thing I have noticed again and again with many couples, the person that is not cooperating, in most cases, they are actually suffering without knowing. Yes. Go and check it out. So at the end of the day, the best thing to do is to agree. If they are not agreeing, please go for counseling. I'm not ashamed to say I have overseen a situation where something like this happened and I said to the woman, you know what? We take this step. It's not a matter of you hiding. It's a matter of you saying, you know what?
Using wisdom.
This and this cannot be together because of this. This man is sending cars and money and everything to Nigeria, buying cars and trucks. And when those things get to Nigeria, the people will eat everything. The woman was collecting loans that she has to pay again anyway. And the money is not forthcoming. Then we said, well, if that is you have mortgage, you have this, you have that, the house will be taken, and this person doesn't even care. He spends 6 months here, 6 months in Nigeria, and is always running back, crying to say that he has been duped. So you can still take the same decision, but informing the person what you are doing. Someone who is God-fearing will be able to sit back and look at themselves before the mirror and change. Someone who is reckless will now be saying, hey, you're not cooperating with me, hey, you are this. And this is why I said, what we talk about in seminars like this are ideal. When it comes to reality, these are the things that we take to therapy or counseling. And trust me, if you bring 20 cases together, it will be addressed in 20 different ways because each family and each problem is unique.
You have done me well. You have done me well. You have done me well, Jesus. You have done me well. You have done me well. You have done me well, Jesus.